Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready, break! Panther Street! Panther Street! Mustang 19!
First down, they start out with a Banacanda. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Steel, black.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Hey, check that, street.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jets at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Hooker. That's complete right side to Lazard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And some room to work. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jets, nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Hooker's going to throw it. Open man here is Conklin. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Ready. Big Lion.
3rd down. Here's Abanikanda. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
3 yards. That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 10, Jets nothing.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Deputy! Ready.
Throwing. Hooker. Finding Hardman here over the middle. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Street! Street! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Panther 11! Panther 11! Go!
Looking to throw. Hooker. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Rocco 80!
On the handoff, Abanikanda. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now 2nd and 9.
Check Bobcat! Check Bobcat! Ready?
Abanikanda once again. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Vegas, and even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Trouble 38! Red cycle!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration can wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
6, 11, 10.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On the ready.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Tempo.
Hooker now off play action. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Ready.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Six. Red, yellow.
Now Lance throwing on second down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Black Ultra. Green Jack.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On second down, Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Steel, black. White, white. Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's going to be taken in inside the 5, but the fair catch will move it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a play fake. Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yellow. Drill green. Ready.
On first down, Lance. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Red, cycle. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it once again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lance looks to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Here's Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now an option play on second down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Red, yellow, slide through.
Shotgun now for Lance. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Reeling it in on the out route. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. On the left hash. Officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Ready, set.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Green jack. Hut, hut.
Throwing now is Lance. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
White. Black shot. Steal. Chest steal.
Here's Lance to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hooker wants to change the look.
Right there, hurt.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Let's go
From
now.
the 41, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
And the Raiders have got him. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Hooker. He finds Bolden. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
65 cat. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Here's Hooker to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll go for it. Hooker. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Ready. Blue striking. Fury, yellow. Cut.
Lance looking to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Jets
19
offense
tight.
coming up
19
now to
tight.
start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Ready?
Now Hooker. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Come on, come on.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
Okay, right?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
Okay, break.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now, hang on here. Not what you want to see because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. Here's 2nd and 7. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense